guys, my name is Sam. I'm a peer leader at the CMHA. Today we're going to be working on an origami craft that's going to be really fun for the upcoming long weekend. So most of you guys probably have a book at home, whether you're a reader or not, and if you have been keeping up with journaling, this is also a really fun project for you guys as well. So today we're going to be working on an origami bunny bookmark. So traditionally, regular bookmarks usually go down the center fold of the book, but this one just kind of holds onto the corner of your page, and it's very cute. So this one here is made out of white printer paper. The other one here is made out of a stronger Bristol board. It may last a little bit longer in your books, but it's definitely up to you on which you're going to use for today's project. So for today's project, we are going to need some materials. So I'm just going to run through them really quickly, then you can pause the video and gather what you'll need. So you're going to need some tape, a black Sharpie, a black pen, and some pink decorating tools. You're also going to need some scissors, and most importantly, some paper. So like I said before, if you want to get really fancy with it, you can use colored printer paper, or you can use colored Bristol board. If you do use a Bristol board, keep in mind it is a little bit tougher to fold, so you are going to have to crease those lines really well. So for today's project, we only need half of a regular piece of paper. So we're going to go ahead and fold it over, making sure that you line up the upper left points and the lower right points. So once you've gotten them lined up the best that you can, go ahead and give the paper a quick flatten on that crease line, and make sure that you crease it really, really hard. So what we're going to do now is down that center line fold of the paper, you're going to take your scissors and just cut along that line. So now what you're going to do is just put that piece of paper aside. So generally one piece of paper is going to make 2 bunnies. So with your other piece of paper, if you decide to keep it, you can make another 2 rabbits. So for today's project, we do need to make a square. We have done this in previous videos, but today we're just going to move through it pretty quickly. So to make a square, you're going to take the upper right corner and fold it down to the lower left side, lining up both of the edges. Once you've got a triangle, go ahead and flatten out that line. Once again, flattening it out pretty hard. Now you're going to have this bottom section here that you don't want, so go ahead, just take your scissors and trim that extra piece off. So this piece, you actually are going to want to keep this because this is what's going to make your ears for the bunny later on in the project. So just put that aside in a safe spot for now. So now you're going to turn the triangle. You're going to have 2 layers here, and you're going to want to make sure it's facing forward. You're going to take the lower right corner of this triangle, and you're actually going to fold it right up to that top point. Once it's lined up, all you have to do is go ahead and flatten that edge. So now you're going to do the exact same thing to the left side and fold it up, and you should be left with a diamond shape. So once again, just making sure that those creases are really creased, and then we're going to unfold it. So now you have 2 little guidelines here, and you want to grab just the top piece of your paper, not the back piece as well, just the top piece, and you're just going to fold it down to meet that middle point. Once it's lined up at that middle point, go ahead and just flatten it out. This part may be a little bit tricky, but I'm going to do my best trying to explain it to you guys. So you're going to take the right side and you're going to fold it back up over top of that new fold that you just made. And you're actually going to see that there's a little bit of a pocket. So you're going to want to fold the top of that triangle over that line into the back pocket. And then go ahead and flatten it out. So we're going to do the exact same thing to the left side. We're going to fold it up. We're going to open the pocket, and then once again, fold that point right down into that pocket along that line and give it a quick flatten out. So now you have the face of your bunny. So what's next is we're going to be making the ears. So that piece of scrap paper that we put aside earlier, what we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom portion of it and fold it up on itself, probably about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, depending on how wide you want your ears to be. So now what we're going to do is we're going to trim out the ear shape. So either you can take a pen and draw this out beforehand. I'm just going to freehand the shape of the ear. I'm going to do that quickly, and I'll be right back. So once you're satisfied with the shape of your ears, what you're going to do is take one of your pink Sharpies. I like to use the pink Sharpie, but there's also a pink highlighter if you want it to be really bright. And all you're going to do is just go in and create your inner ear line. Alright, so once you have your ears colored in and complete, now we're going to work on the face of the bunny. So your bunny's going to need 2 eyes. So I like to use the bigger pointed Sharpie here, but you can also use a black pen if you want smaller or more detailed eyes. You can also use googly eyes if you have any laying around the house. This is a time to get really creative with it. So you're just going to draw both the eyes, whatever size you want, wherever you want on the bunny. Depending on where you place the eyes, you're going to have a little bit of a different expression, so play around with it. And if you don't like it, go ahead and make a new one. It's pretty simple. So you're going to take your pink Sharpie here, and you're going to draw a heart shape right at the bottom of the diamond. This is going to create the bunny's nose. So another thing you can do is just underneath the eyes and off to the side a little bit, if you add a little bit of pink, it's just kind of like you're adding a little bit of that rosy pink blush to the bunny. So this part here, I like to add little whiskers. So you start off by drawing 3 dots on either side of the line. Then all you're going to do is from each dot, just do a little line coming outwards with a bit of a curve, and now you have your whiskers. So now it's time to put the ears onto the bunny. You are going to need some tape for this part. If you have glue, I definitely prefer glue. It just makes it a little bit easier to move the ears once they're on there. But unfortunately I don't have glue, so we're just going to use some tape today. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your ear and you're actually going to get them positioned kind of where you want them, just to give yourself an idea for when you go to tape them down. So you're going to take the back of the ear and stick the tape along the back side. So what you're going to do is open up that pocket again, and you're going to tape the ear down. So once you're satisfied with the placement of where the ear is, just go ahead and press it down. Moving on to ear number 2, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to take a small piece of tape, tape it onto the back of the ear, and then we're going to tape it inside the pocket. It's really important to remember that you are taping it onto the front of the pocket, not the back of the pocket. If it goes on the back of the pocket, you actually won't be able to see it when you put it into the book. Alright guys, and that's it. Super fun, super easy. And yeah, so really cute. I think it's a really good origami craft, especially with spring coming around. you're going to see a lot more bunnies out and about. But definitely a really fun craft to do with some family and some of the family that you have with you this weekend. I know it's very tough for some people because a lot of us can't go out to see our family right now. But you know, really great pastime is to read a book. So give it a go. That's your challenge this week. Pick up a book, make a bunny bookmark, and give it a go. All it does is it fits snugly onto the corner of the page. And when you're ready to go to close up your book, you can see that it just tucks nicely away in the bottom corner of the book. So really, really super easy to use, guys, and really fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to comment. And I hope to see you guys again really soon to make another origami craft. Thanks, everyone.